Hey guys, George with Diamondyard Sportscards here. I want to thank Tops 85401 for giving me a shout out. It's really increased my subscribers. I'm close to 100 now, and I really appreciate that. The community is just great, and I know that hopefully we can just keep encouraging each other, show off our cards, because that's really what it's all about. I do have a shout out for another YouTuber who has like less than 20 subscribers, and he really has some crazy vintage stuff that you need to check out. Well, anyway, I have 6 cards to show you that I picked up recently, a lot of half grades, and then 1 raw card from the card shop I picked up yesterday. So let's get to the cards. So guys, was at the card shop yesterday, not really, just went with my son, not really intending to buy anything, and this was in the 30% off bin. This is a 1971 Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. I was really surprised this was sitting in the 30% off bin. And you know, looking at the prices of the 71s, they're going up, and this maybe gets a 7. So I'll probably submit it at the next card or the next Long Beach show we go to, which might be somewhere around September. Probably do a 100 card, at least a 100 card submission with my buddy Eric. Anyway, so Mr. October here, Reggie Jackson in the classic Oakland A's uniforms, probably one of the great dynasties in baseball history. Next card is a Tom Seaver card. Tom Terrific was awesome in the 70s, and a lot of us who remember Tom, I saw him towards the end and later on when he was with the Reds when I was younger, but man, his numbers are just sick. They're just huge. He's got ERA of, this is after 6 seasons, of 2.44, 25-7 one year, 20-10, 21-12. I mean, just an amazing pitcher. We have a great era of pitchers now with, you know, Scherzer and Baumgartner. Fortunately, Kershaw's injured, but, you know, Ohtani is making his way, and we have Aaron Nola, the Phillies, who's doing awesome, and Strasburg. And anyway, so this is a pretty cool Tom card. The 73s are difficult to get in high grades. You know, 10s are nearly impossible. So when this 8.5 came up, I said, why not? You can't go wrong with Tom Seaver. Next one is another 8.5, and I picked this one up. I have doubles of this now. I submitted one for regrade on my last video. It's PSA. It's a Brooks Robinson 61, and I mean the centering on this thing is great. Colors look really nice. I don't think the corners are sharp enough for it to get bumped up to a 9, but you know, buying 8.5s is always a good bet, especially in older vintage stuff if you can get a deal on it. The back of this card is pretty sweet too. The centering's pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit right, but still pretty good. He was the greatest defensive center fielder, I believe, of all time. Won the MVP in '64. Part of a great Orioles squad with, you know, Jim Palmer and Frank Robinson among the Hall of Famers, and a lot of others, including Cuellar, and really good team. Mark Belanger. Anyway, so that's an 8.5. And then this is also an 8.5. I wasn't planning on buying. I don't buy All-Star cards very often. But 1960 is an exception, and Hank Aaron is usually an exception. This came up, and you know, there aren't too many 8.5s that come up for auction, and it really went for a lot less than I thought it was going to go for. So I had to pick it up. Big year for Hank. He had hit 355 and won the batting title the year before in 1959, so that's what's reflected on his All-Star card from 1960. But you can't, you know, Hank Aaron, you can't go wrong with him. And there are no 10s on this card. It's a really low pop card. And again, I mean, if you can get low pop cards, All-Star cards even, you know, Hall of Famers, it's always a pretty safe bet. This card, next card, I wasn't planning on buying this card, and I have no Babe Ruth cards from his playing days until now. This card came up, and it was a buy it now, or best offer. And the guy worked with me, and he was fantastic, and it also happened to see it on a day when they had a May the 4th be with you special for eBay, where you got 10% off or up to a certain amount. And so with that, he accepted one of my offers, and then I got the 10% off up to a certain amount, and so it worked out excellent. This is a 1935 Gaudy 4-in-1 Babe Ruth, and these Rabbit Moranville, McManus, and Brandt on the Boston Braves. This is the last card of Bruce playing days. He played on Boston, I think, for 1 year in '35, and then called it a day. But really like this card. You know, again, wasn't planning on getting it, but you know, when things come up, you gotta go after them if you really like them. And the guy's name on eBay is 2013 US HOOV. He only has 245 transactions. or feedbacks. They're all positive. And he actually sent me a thank you card with the Gaudi. It says, George, thanks for so much for your purchase of the 35 Gaudi. I hope you enjoy it and do business with you in the future. So, I mean, and he packaged it wonderfully, and I mean, really just great customer service. This is kind of, the way I hope our community is going on eBay, and just, being respectful to the people who are buying your cards, and you send them off and you package them well and you send them off promptly. So props to him. That was awesome. Last card I have to show off here is a Mickey Mantle 55 Bowman Mickey Mantle, and I wasn't in the market for getting a BVG card, but the centering on this thing looked good to me. I know they want them a little bit higher on that color television that's up there, but boy, left to right, it looks really good. The surface is nice. It's kind of hard to see. I'm getting a lot of glare here off my light in the background. But anyway, so this Mickey, just a nice card. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I keep it in the PC, maybe I sell it, or maybe I take it and try to get it put in a lighthouse holder, as Joey Brings It would like to say. Get that lighthouse holder, PSA slab, that would be nice too. So looks like it would probably cross over pretty well. I think it probably gets a 4. It doesn't, I mean, it's got some rough corners, but boy, it's really nice. Surface is smooth. Looks pretty good. So last thing I want to say is there's a eBayer, and he is not eBayer, a YouTuber, and he only has like 19 subscribers, and this guy's got some tremendous stuff. Blue Jacket 66. He's got vintage stuff like crazy. Sets you wouldn't believe, and awesome. He just did a video of an awesome 1949 Bowman set and the different variations and really interesting stuff. He's got Tattoo Orbit set video he did, which is awesome. And a bunch of a couple other videos that are really good. And he has a Father's Day video coming out of a special set that he's going to reveal with that video that he put together with his dad. So I would recommend this guy highly if you like vintage sports cards and you like to see some really nice stuff and get the story about it. So guys, thank you and have an awesome Sunday and keep collecting.